Alrighty, well, as you guys know, we are in the book of Pleiadian tonight, and if you guys would like to turn to, just seeing if you guys are paying attention. How many of you guys know there is no book of Pleiadian? Well, happy up, praise God. But anyway, that's right. We're in the book of Revelation, that's right, and by cracky, how many of you guys think we're going to get to verse 4? You are people of faith. But that's right, that's right. Hey, before we get started, you know the format is we start off with current topics. And tonight's current topic that we're going to deal with, Bible prophecy, in the news, is the push for a one world religion. Hey, does the Bible talk about that in the last days? There's going to be a one world global religion and it's going to worship the Antichrist or something? Hey, you guys better stop reading your Bible. It's all over the place in there, especially in the book of Revelation. But here's the point, do we see any signs of that today? Oh, folks, big time, especially, and of course this is one of my, I guess you could say fortes, because before I was saved, you guys know my testimony, I was involved in the occult and with New Age. I was actually promoting this, okay? So I was on the other camp, okay? And God had mercy on me, and so I'm very familiar with what's going on in the scene. And part of it is you have to understand, as I was talking with Mark earlier, and we're going to see a video clip of how slick people get snookered into this belief system because they don't ask the appropriate questions. Let me give you an example. For instance, you could talk to, I don't know if you guys ever witnessed to a Mormon or Jehovah's Witness, and you ask them this basic, seemingly Christian question. If you say, do you believe in Jesus? They will say what? Right. But see, you can be fooled if you don't probe deeper. Okay, what Jesus? Jehovah's Witnesses, he's the Archangel Michael. Mormons, he's the spirit brother of Lucifer. Okay, so that's the issue. But see, you've got to get beyond the terminology. And I want to give you a little lesson on this deal. And pay attention, because when you read the newspaper, when you watch the news, when you see these buzzwords, supplant it with one world religion. Now, one of the biggest words that's out there, folks, is called the interfaith. Okay? The interfaith movement, interfaith studies, interfaith religious meetings, okay? Supplant that for one world religion. Now, why do they do that? It's a common tactic, as you guys know. Because if they were to say, come join us tonight for the one world religion meeting, most people probably wouldn't show up. Right? Okay? Especially Christians. But if you say something like this, say, interfaith. Ooh. Hey, everybody likes working together. Can't we all just get along, right? And then another phrase that they use is what's called, ecumenical. Now, there's nothing wrong with that term, but now it's being given the meaning of kind of a New Age terminology, okay? And then what we're going to see tonight is another one. It's called pluralism. And again, these sound wonderful, but every time you see, I challenge you, every time you see those buzzwords, this is what's going on, one world religion, okay? So let's take a look at that. And also, just one other thing, I want to give you kind of a little Chrome theory of just what I've experienced and how the world, because this is the question, folks. You and I would say, there's no stinking way that somehow they're going to be able to snooker the whole world to surrender their religious belief systems and to worship one God, the Antichrist. Well, again, New Age lays that foundation, because New Age basically is make up whatever you want. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, and it's kind of like a cafeteria religion. Okay? And everything goes except Orthodox Christianity. Okay? Now, here's what they have to do. Okay, to prepare people to accept a pantheistic worldview, meaning all God, okay? We hold to a monotheistic, one God, right? Okay, but we're not the only ones. And I want to show you what I've noticed is how they're going to do it, and they're going to pull it off. Okay, first of all, you got Islam, okay? Wrong, obviously, not the true way, but it's a monotheistic religion, right? Then you got you and I, Christianity, that's going on here. Okay, and then you have the Jewish people, right? All three are the monotheistic religions on the planet. Well, wait a second. How are you going to get Islam to go in with this one world religion that all religions lead to heaven? Here's what they're doing, folks. You pay attention. They're creating dichotomy. Here's what they're doing. Okay? They're taking those who are the true Islamists, the Muslims, okay, and they're giving them negative propaganda. Those fundamentalists. Now, obviously, we don't agree with the jihad and murdering people, and if you know anything about the Muslims and stuff, they really do teach in the Quran, okay, you can read it for yourself, with annihilation of the infidel, which is the Christian and the Jewish person, and that's their only way that they're guaranteed 100%. You want to witness to a Muslim, talk about eternal security, because they don't have that. You talk about a fatherly love, they don't have that, okay, with Allah. Okay? But the other issue that's going on is they'll take the ones who are the fundamentalists, and they're frankly, here's my point. They are the true Muslims. I don't recommend it, obviously, but they're the ones who are truly following the Quran. Now, I don't know if you've noticed in the media, folks, what they do is they take the liberal Islam, okay? And you've seen the interviews of people, especially after 9/11, and they say, oh, no, Islam, it's a religion of peace, right? We would never condone that. Those guys, frankly, honestly, folks, are the phony baloney Muslims. Because that's not what the Quran teaches. Do you see where I'm going with this? Here's what they're doing. They're taking the true Muslim, and they're cutting it right down the middle, and they're saying, these are the bad guys. Okay? When, frankly, they're just being true, frankly, disciples. Again, I don't recommend it, but see where I'm going with this. Then they're taking the ones who are really phony. These guys aren't following the Quran. That's not what the Quran says. Okay? Then they're saying, no, these are the good guys. You see what I'm saying? And what they're doing is they're taking this chunk who's truly following Islam, and they're annihilating them. I've warned this ever since 9/11, folks, to the American church. And I said, you better watch it, folks, as a Christian. Before you jump on the bandwagon and say, yeah, kill those nasty Muslims. Get rid of them. Yeah, annihilate them. Yeah! You're digging your own grave if you understand what I'm about to show you. Because the same propaganda that's being used to them, you know who's being used on now? We're next, folks, if you understand Bible prophecy. So wake up. Anyway, so they're taking the phony Islam, and they're saying, oh, because why? They give into this, all religions, can't we all just get along? They go along with the program. Because the thing is, you cannot get rid of Islam. You cannot get rid of Christianity. You're not going to get rid of the Jewish religion. But you can split them in half, take the phony ones and call them true, take the real ones, get rid of them. Does anybody see the program? It's very simple once you understand what they're doing. Same thing's happening with the church today, folks. They're taking you, the Orthodox Christian, they're giving us the same terminology, those fundamentalists, those right-wing extremists. And they're saying you and I are what? The bad guys, because we have the audacity to say that Jesus Christ is the only way. And I like to remind people, here in my Sunday class, hey, don't say, that's not my opinion. Have them read John 14:6. Jesus said that, I didn't. I am the way, the truth, the life. Nobody comes to the Father except through me. It's not my personal opinion. But then they're taking liberal Christianity, which is not Christianity at all. They deny the resurrection, they deny the miracles, they deny the deity of Jesus Christ, etc. But guess what liberal Christianity goes along with? Hey, can't we all get along? Do you see what's happening? Okay? So I'm telling you guys, this is the grand experiment that's taking place right now with one out of the three monotheistic religions. The next one on the pike, I'm telling you, is us. And they're already starting the propaganda. And that's exactly what they're going to do. They're never going to get rid of Christianity. They're going to take the phony Christianity, as we know Bible prophecy, the professing church, the phony church, and they'll usher right into the time of tribulation. Because they'll buy into the one world religion. Now the next one coming down the pipe, after that, is the Jewish people. And that's where we're going to see in the book of Revelation, during the tribulation, they're the key player, okay? Because they're the last monotheistic religion on the planet. The Antichrist will show his true colors 3.5 years into the tribulation, declare himself to be God. I believe it's Zechariah says that 2/3 of the Jewish people will be annihilated, will make the Holocaust look like chump change. And God will reserve a third, a remnant for him. Okay, now do you understand the program of what's going on with the one world religion? I'm telling you folks, again, Chrome theory, take it for what you want. But I really see that this is the format. And if you understand this, you'll understand not just the terminology, you'll understand how close we're getting. And how close we're getting, in my opinion, not to freak you out, but I'm just sharing the facts with you. Folks, we better wake up. Anybody see that? We're going to see it, Lord willing, next week if I pull it off. That Hindu prayer in the Senate. One world religion, folks. Can't we all just get along? Dr. Russ, real quick. Well, we are going to, I have it actually printed out, and so I'm saving that, Lord willing, for discussion, so not to put you off, but Lord willing, we will deal with that because that's another issue that's going on. Well, again, it's a particular format that you see, that you're going to see. They're going to divide people, and they're going to say the one-way people, because again, they would say, no, there's only one God, Allah. No, there's only one God, Jesus Christ, God the Father, right? And then the Jewish people are still locked in. Obviously, they got the wrong, they're waiting for the Messiah to come. He's already come as Jesus Christ. But again, it's that one way, one God terminology that has to be gotten rid of. And anybody who doesn't go along with that, you will be annihilated. Okay, is what's going on. And if anything, just to bear in mind, I'll throw you a little teaser, we'll get to that, Lord willing, later, is the issue that's going on there is that it's stirring up a whole mess of trouble. And I'm not going to get into a whole denominational issue with the Catholics and whatever, but the previous Pope guy, yeah, I got some video clips we can share, folks. I got him on video, and he's invited all the world religions at the Vatican, and he's had them all